Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of iWWE Thursday Night SmackDown. We're opening things up here with a triple threat no disqualification match. We've got the Prophetic Messiah taking on the Human Highlight Reel, the whole damn show. Mr. Thursday Night's Rob Van Dam taking on the Ultimate Underdog, Rey Mysterio. Now we know Rey Mysterio just made his return not that long ago here to the iWWE, making his pay-per-view return at Backlash just a couple weeks ago against JBL, defeating him, and of course, not long after defeating European champion Adrian Neville, which whereas confirmed Rey Mysterio will face Neville at SummerSlam for the European Championship, just like it is 100% confirmed now. Y2K is going to face the Celtic Dynasty for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, the Revolution versus the Authority. And of course, we saw Chris Alexander face Shane McMahon at Payback, and we know that Chris Alexander had wished things gone a little differently at Payback, but it was a coast to coast from Shane McMahon that brought Chris Alexander down for the 3 count. Chris Alexander even said that he had felt like he'd led every single one of his fans down at Backlash. But come SummerSlam, with the titles on the line, facing their most hated rivals, Y2K is promised that they are going to walk away as SmackDown Tag Team Champions and put a hole through the Authority. They're looking to stop the Authority. But tonight, Chris Alexander needs to focus on Rob Van Dam and Rey Mysterio, 2 of the most gifted in-ring performers that the iWWE has ever seen. Well, up first comes Rob Van Dam, here live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Of course, Rob Van Dam, a heavy influence on the Intercontinental Championship title picture. We know he's a former #1 contender. He and Chris Alexander are no strangers to each other, as they have fought numerous times, as the Who will face the Intercontinental Champion at the pay-per-view. Of course, Curtis Axel bringing home the Intercontinental Championship at Payback. Damn happy to beat former tag team partner Ryback to bring the gold home, but now Rob Van Dam will face this man, Rey Mysterio, who could be another heavy influence in the Intercontinental Championship if he wasn't so involved with Neville, the European Champion, a title that has eluded Rey Mysterio for his entire iWWE career. And if Rey Mysterio can pick up the European Championship at SummerSlam, Rey Mysterio will become a Grand Slam champion here. Another accolade that Rey Mysterio could add to his career, his illustrious career that has already guaranteed him a future Hall of Famer. Of course, Rey Mysterio just coming back from his absence of the iWWE. How impressive would that be if in just 2 pay-per-views Rey Mysterio could add Grand Slam champion under his resume? We definitely know Chris Alexander would like to add something to his resume, and that would be SmackDown Tag Team Champion alongside his brother Adrian Alexander, and they have a chance to do that at SummerSlam, as Y2K will face Alex Snow and Aaron Snow, the Celtic Dynasty of the Authority. Celtic Dynasty is said to be protected by Shane McMahon, who has guarded these two since their debut, since they debuted against Team 3D, the Dudley Boys, and beat them, defeated the Primetime Players to become SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and every single tag team in their path except for one. If you guys ask me, I think come SummerSlam, if Y2K can't get the job done against the Celtic Dynasty, then you guys had better get used to seeing the Celtic Dynasty with some gold. Because there is no other tag teams in the iWWE left for the Celtic Dynasty to defend their titles against. But if you ask me, knowing Y2K like I do, I know that Chris and Adrian will not rest until those titles are off the waist of the Celtic Dynasty. Whether that's at SummerSlam, whether that's at the pay-per-view after the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. I promise you, Y2K is determined. But ladies and gentlemen, we are getting things underway with the triple threat match opening up SmackDown. These three high-flying, high-risk, and completely entertaining superstars get things underway, and it's Rob Van Dam taking things to the people. Sidekick, a senton, dropping right on the prophetic Messiah, a drop salt, taking down Rey Mysterio. And look at Rob Van Dam here, shoving that boot into the face of Rey Mysterio. That high risk, oh my goodness, driving the knees into the back of Rob Van Dam. Chris Alexander may have done some damage, but a wheelbarrow kick from Rob Van Dam to Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio with an oh wait a second, kick to the back, and Van Dam takes over, but just where Alexander wanted Van Dam. The new human suplex machine brings the knee, the unprotected knee, to Van Dam's skull and shoulder tackles Mysterio. And Mysterio now fighting back, forearm to the chin of Alexander, and now Mysterio here has Van Dam lined up for it, but he's not going for the 619, maybe too early, as he drives the knee down onto the face of Rob Van Dam. Chris Alexander now looking to go high risk, and look at Alexander here. No, not gonna pay off for it. Can't get enough space. Van Dam moving Rey Mysterio out of the way, causing Alexander to crash onto the mat. And that double team move, sidekick and enziguri. Van Dam though going for the cover. Is he gonna have it? No. Right in front of Alexander is a faulty mistake there by Van Dam. You'd think the veteran would know better, as Alexander brings Van Dam up to the top rope. Elbow catches Van Dam. Oh my goodness! All three men are down. Did you see that? And an elbow to Rey Mysterio. Van Dam though taking too long, and it's Rey Mysterio now on the offense, bringing the forearm to the back of Rob Van Dam, doing the damage. Now bringing Van Dam top rope. Is Rey Mysterio thinking again? Elbow drop. Oh my goodness, that double team move that may have put more pressure on Van Dam as he hurt himself. Tope Atomico, and again, not gonna happen. Rey Mysterio rolls out of the way. Van Dam with a back suplex, and Rey Mysterio with a jawbreaker, trying to get some momentum back into this, and it's a Hurricane Rana that brings Van Dam down, and Alexander with a cover, looking to pick up a quick win here. I don't think it's going to happen. And now a double team enziguri as Mysterio holds Van Dam, and a wheelbarrow bulldog to Van Dam. Mysterio hook to the leg. Is that going to be enough? But it's right in front of the prophetic Messiah, who says it won't be enough. Now Van Dam, wait a second. Are we going to see a 619 here from Rey Mysterio? to the prophetic Messiah. We do 6-1-9, ladies and gentlemen. Hook of the leg, but it's right in front of Van Dam. Not even a 1 count there. Wheelbarrow. Leg to Mysterio. Again, driving the knees into Van Dam's back as we go for another hook of the leg. I think Alexander may be in trouble here. It may be the reason for the quick covers. Of course, that 6-1-9 from Rey Mysterio isn't going to help anything. Mysterio now a quick cover, but not going to get anything. Again, a cover right in front of Chris Alexander, who hits a back suplex on a Mysterio. Mysterio with a reversal arm drag. An elbow. Nice counter from Alexander. Mysterio, though, with an Irish whip. And Rob Van Dam, look at here. Driving the boot into the face, but Alexander catches Van Dam with a huge uppercut. And Van Dam lands right on Rey Mysterio. Mysterio's fixated on getting to his feet. Back turn, and it's a 2 count. Not enough for the victory. And the elbows get driven into the skull of Rob Van Dam. Hook of the leg here. And only a 2 count again on Van Dam. I think Mysterio and Alexander smell blood in the water. They keep going for the quick covers on Van Dam. And a boot to the face. An elbow to the temple. The turnaround. Rob Van Dam and a snapmare. Big boot. Sends the prophetic Messiah down to the mat. Snap suplex. Nice leg drop there from the whole damn show. And Alexander, I think, can sense it too. Oh my goodness, a nice neck breaker. Van Dam saw Alexander there. Nice elbow, but Alexander counters. Right hand to the gut. Snapmare, big boot. Again brings the prophetic Messiah down to his back. And Van Dam leaving the ring here. Looking to maybe grab a weapon. As Mysterio goes to meet him to the outside. And a ladder has been brought into this match, ladies and gentlemen. Rey Mysterio is not going to let Van Dam use that ladder. But that ladder can be used even when it's not fixated on being used. I promise you that. A back elbow to Van Dam, and now Alexander sending Mysterio crashing and burning to the outside here. Back to the mats. At least we're not on the stage, and Mysterio sends Alexander into the ring. Nice elbow. Mysterio, Van Dam following. And a stomp on the arm of the prophetic Messiah. You take those arms away, you're not going to be able to hit any of those suplexes. Van Dam drives Rey Mysterio into the corner. And a clothesline brings Van Dam down. Chris Alexander, the prophecy has been hit. Is that going to be enough? Rey Mysterio back to his feet. Breaks it up at a 1 count. Mysterio now sends the prophetic Messiah into the corner. And Mysterio looking to bring Chris to the top rope. The Celtic Dynasty has to be enjoying this match. Oh my goodness. Super Hurricane Rana from the top rope. And now Van Dam sending Mysterio into the corner. What are we going to see from Van Dam here? Oh my goodness. Rey Mysterio is hung up on that bottom rope. Rob Van Dam backed up to the corner there in the barricade. Nice drop kick. Rey Mysterio is hit by all of it from Rob Van Dam. Going for a cover, which is pretty foolish. Right in front of Chris Alexander. Look at that. Chris Alexander stopping the momentum of Rob Van Dam. Rey Mysterio going for a quick cover in front of Alexander. Again, it's not going to be available. These guys need to get a cover when these superstars are on the outside, when they're down, trying to pull off that quick cover, even though it's slick and it's smart, it's not going to be done with these guys standing up right next to them. Rey Mysterio quickly figuring that out, gets a counter on Rob Van Dam, and oh my goodness, single! Look at that, the bridge to go with it, but right in front of Van Dam, as I was just saying. Van Dam getting the capitalization here, maybe getting too cocky here, saying he's the whole effing show. Being sent to the corner now. Oh my goodness, the prophetic, no, it wasn't, excuse me, side effect. Looking for the prophetic plex. Van Dam comes to counter. Prophetic plex on Van Dam, who may have a broken neck. Rey Mysterio is struggling here on his feet. 2, 3, and Alexander right in front of Rey Mysterio, who, as I said, would seem to be struggling there. Chris Alexander picking up a huge victory here tonight, sending a huge statement to the Celtic Dynasty and to the Authority. These guys put everything on the line, looking to get it done quick. And I think Alexander, with that impressive victory, Chris Alexander coming that much closer to redeeming himself after Backlash's loss to Shane McMahon. Right here, Rey Mysterio hits the 619 on the prophetic Messiah. After this, I thought may have been it, but it was Rob Van Dam right there to break up victory. And the prophetic plex, look at the staggering Rey Mysterio, who was stuck. The prophetic plex may have done damage to the spinal cord, the neck of Rob Van Dam, and it's Chris Alexander coming out tonight as the victor. Well-deserved win here for Chris Alexander. You know he's going to be cheering his brother on tonight in the main event. But up next, we've got one of the first champion versus champion matches. European champion, Intercontinental champion. Neville meets Rey Mysterio at SummerSlam. Curtis Axel is going to meet Ryback. We know Curtis Axel is going to want to watch out for Triple H. We know Triple H has been in Ryback's corner, the big guy. Ryback has been the newest recruit of the Authority. And we know that as quickly as Ryback wants to get that Intercontinental Championship back, he would love to get a victory over iWWE Champion, The Big Show, and claim that title for his own. But patience may be a virtue for Ryback, as his rematch with Curtis Axel comes at SummerSlam. So Big Show gets another month to shake off the sweat, to hopefully gain Ryback's number, as Ryback, I feel, has the Big Show's. We saw this new change of heart from Neville as he faced Sami Zayn for the European Championship. Injured Sami Zayn's ribs, his shoulder, his ribs, whatever it was. Sami Zayn was bandaged up, and Neville took target to that, picked up the victory over Sami Zayn, and retained his title. A huge part of why Neville has held the European Championship this long. But here comes the newest talk of the iWWE locker room. The guy who defeated his former tag team partner, former tag team champion with Ryback, and Curtis Axel defeated him for the Intercontinental Championship. Slain the big guy, put a dent in the Authority, and stopped their momentum. I know we keep bringing up the Authority here on SmackDown, but it may be thanks to Curtis Axel slowing down the momentum of the Authority that Y2K may be able to take the titles off of the Celtic Dynasty. Huge if. But I'll tell you one thing, that Intercontinental Championship, Curtis Axel has worked his ass off to hold that belt, and now he rightfully does. He calls himself better than perfect, the son of Mr. Perfect, and he is here, Intercontinental Champion, going into SummerSlam 2017. And look at that, wasting no time going after Neville, as he knows what kind of superstar Neville is now, the kind of person who he's become, and Curtis Axel slams him right down on the mat. And a nice arm drag from Adrian Neville, using his quickness, his agility, but that throat thrust and the drop kick. Neville still on his feet. Curtis Axel, sidewalk slam, bringing the European champion down. Again, this is a champion versus champion match. And now Neville sending Axel to the outside. Of course, each one of these guys would love a victory to gain the momentum, keep the momentum building going into SummerSlam. We know Curtis Axel may need every bit of momentum he can get, and oh my goodness, what a kick from Neville. Plants Axel on the commentary desk here. But like I was saying, these guys need the momentum. Axel needs every bit of momentum that he can get, every bit of confidence going into SummerSlam as he faces perhaps his toughest challenge at the Authority, which is Ryback. Neville is going to face future WWE Hall of Fame ballot Rey Mysterio, former world champion, former Intercontinental champion, former tag team champion with the late great Eddie Guerrero. Axel slamming Neville down onto the mat, using that great amateur background of wrestling. And now old school elbow drop. Curtis Axel brings that elbow crashing down on Neville's face, working the head there. And nice German suplex. The technical ability of Curtis Axel may have been what gave him the ability to win that Intercontinental Championship, to keep Ryback's shoulders down for a 3 count. Here it goes. 1, 2, kick out. Just before the 3 count, Neville is able to get his shoulders up, keeping the match alive. Exactly what Neville needs to do here as he gets the reversal, slips out between Curtis Axel's legs here, and that is the same power bomb as I mentioned earlier that injured Sami Zayn. Only difference is when that power bomb connected to the sledgehammer, it's what practically injured Sami Zayn. Matter of fact, that's 100% what injured Sami Zayn. Whether he wants to hide it, whether Neville wants to admit it or not, the powerbomb on the sledgehammer is indeed what fact gave. Oh my goodness, reversal to the suplex. Curtis Axel, picture perfect drop kick on a Neville. And yes, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a picture perfect drop kick. It's not better than perfect. It isn't perfect, but that scoop slam damn near was. And now a nice snapmare headlock here by Adrian Neville, keeping the Intercontinental Champion inside the ring. Down. Wait a second. Curtis Axel here, getting to his feet. An elbow. 2 elbows. Now Neville sending Axel into the corner. Neville bringing Axel top rope. No. Tree of Woe. And of course that's almost impossible to escape from. And oh my goodness. Double stomp onto the abdomen of Curtis Axel. I think Neville believes that's it. Is it? 1, 2, and a kick out from Curtis Axel. Neville again. Hurricane Rana. Look at Neville here, staying on the offensive against Intercontinental Champion. And nice sleep slam by the European champion. Corkscrew moonsault. Is that going to be enough to keep the Intercontinental Champion down? 1, 2, and a kick out from Curtis Axel. Neville can't believe it. Look at the look on his face, but Axel's back to his feet before the European Champion is. May cost him. Look at that neck breaker from Curtis Axel. 1, 2, and a kick out just before 3. This time Axel can't believe it. What is it going to take to keep these guys down? And a cutter from Neville. Page out of Diamond Dallas Page's book. Oh, God, Neville up top. Red Arrow connects. Hook of the leg on the Intercontinental Champion. 1, 2. Kick out from the Intercontinental Champion. Oh, my God, I thought that was going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Axel proving he still has so much more here. And a kick to the lower back. Not today from Neville. Of course, Neville again looking to prove the European champion worth more than the Intercontinental Championship. And look at these combinations of attack. A reason why he is a champion here in the iWWE. Tell you one thing, Curtis Axel is going to need to bounce back real quick here if he's looking for a victory, because Adrian Neville in the later part here, after he took that modified neck breaker, formerly known as the McGillicudder, has been dominating, and this headlock right here is proving why Neville should have been and has been on the offensive for 65% of this matchup, more than half. And now Curtis Axel fighting out of that headlock. Can he do anything to counter? Headlock of his own, this time keeping Neville grounded. Very smart from Curtis Axel. And a nice sidewalk slam there from the Intercontinental Champion. 1 count though, only. Third generation superstar is going to have to kick it into high gear. I definitely would have thought the experience factor would have helped Curtis Axel in this matchup. Neville, oh my goodness. Is he going for that signature power bomb again? Has Curtis Axel down 2, 3, and Neville, thanks to that power bomb has got Neville over more than a couple times. The European champion takes down the Intercontinental champion, sending a message to Rey Mysterio. And I think that Ryback has received the message from Curtis Axel loud and clear. Either way, just over 2 weeks to go before SummerSlam. This is not the kind of match that Curtis Axel wants to have. Although no opponent. Look at that corkscrew moonsault. Expertly applied by Neville. That's the athleticism by Neville. And that cutter, which allowed Neville to go top rope and set up for that red arrow. I'll tell you what, that red arrow, I thought for sure that would be it against Intercontinental Champion. It wasn't. It was only a 2 count. Of course, right after the neck breaker. Both men get to their feet. Axel may have been looking for the final touches, but it was the quickness of Neville, allowing Neville to set up for that power bomb. Again, that power bomb that has been so effective, that has helped Neville so much in his career here in the iWWE. European champion gets the victory here tonight. You've got to wonder, after the European Championship, will Neville set his sights on the Intercontinental Championship? One thing is for certain. If Curtis Axel still holds the title at that moment in time, you can bet your ass that Neville will be looking for Axel. And that was our only singles match of the night. We've got a fatal four-way, no disqualification match pitting Sheamus, JBL, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton all against each other. Sheamus, JBL, of course, no strangers to each other. JBL almost receiving a concussion from Sheamus quite a while back, losing to Rey Mysterio at Backlash. We know JBL is looking to get back on the right track here in the iWWE. A legend for sure, former commentator, one of the longest reigning iWWE champions in SmackDown history. Looking to get back on track. Sheamus, of course, looking to do the same thing. Looked impressive at the start of the iWWE era. Of course, now not following so well. Cody Rhodes, of course, being replaced by Sting after the Legend Killer basically retired Sting after a career-ending neck injury from the Viper, Randy Orton, set Sting on the sidelines permanently. Cody Rhodes would take that spot to feud with former Legacy member, his former mentor, Randy Orton. And we all know how that historic feud would go. Cody Rhodes, of course, losing at Backlash to Smokey, an up-and-coming rising superstar on Monday Night Raw. Someone who was so close to capturing the United States Championship from John Cena. But Sheamus, looking to be iWWE champion, looking to capture that Intercontinental Championship. Sheamus is looking to be back on top. Ever since his injury, he hasn't seen much. He's done a lot here in the iWWE, but not enough that's either brought him to the top or that's brought him to the Intercontinental Championship. One thing we can say is that Sheamus has almost ended the career of JBL here in a SmackDown ring. No, JBL hasn't forgot that. No, Sheamus hasn't forgot that. We know Cody Rhodes hasn't forgotten Randy Orton, and we know the Viper hasn't forgotten Cody Rhodes. What's going to happen when you mix bad blood with two guys and more bad blood with two other wrestlers who hate each other, who are fueled with competition by pure hatred for one another? What happens when you fuse two of perhaps the greatest modern day SmackDown rivalries? You're about to find out. And I can only imagine that this match is going to be as unpredictable as it seems on paper. You can see all the fake dollars coming down from the rafters. Go ahead and grab some, Milwaukee fans. It's going to be a $100 bill with JBL's face on it, worth exactly $0. But there's no time for that now, ladies and gentlemen. The man who has returned recently, after years of not seeing him, claiming that Stardust was a completely different person, a completely different being. Cody Rhodes makes his return to the iWWE. As we said, he had looked to take down his former mentor, Randy Orton, after Randy Orton ended the career of iWWE Hall of Famer icon Sting. And we know that Sting and Dusty Rhodes, the father of Cody Rhodes, the late great American Dream, those two were no strangers either. In fact, pretty close. We know Cody Rhodes was going to stand up for Sting. he did just that. I think if you ask me, Sting would be very proud of Dusty Rhodes' son. If you ask me, I'm very proud of Cody Rhodes. And I know that Dusty Rhodes is looking down right now on his son, extremely proud of where Cody Rhodes has come from. But someone who probably isn't too proud of Cody Rhodes right now, former Legacy leader, who led Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. to perhaps the biggest break in their career, just as Triple H and Ric Flair did for Randy Orton and Batista. Orton did the same. Paid it back, paid it forward. Let's put it this way. It took John Cena, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels to put Legacy down and out for the count. Ted DiBiase Jr. hasn't been seen in an iWWE ring in quite some time. Cody Rhodes hadn't either up until a certain point. With Cody Rhodes coming back, you've got to wonder, will Ted DiBiase Jr. make his return as well? Well, I think if Ted DiBiase Jr. did, I think Randy Orton would be more than ready for Ted DiBiase Jr. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, getting things underway right away. Look at the action popping off here on SmackDown. Cody Rhodes, JBL, Randy Orton, and Sheamus going after each other. Looks like we're saving the bad blood for a later date. Randy Orton now, within the opening minutes of this contest, grabbing the first weapon. It's a sledgehammer. Wonder where he got that idea from. Probably former mentor Triple H. And oh my goodness, Russian leg sweep. These fans here letting Sheamus know that he does look stupid. Of course, ever since Sheamus returned from his injury with a very drastic changeup. His beard, his mohawk hair being completely different from how he was but when he left. These fans have not been on his side ever since and have not cared to voice their opinion for how the Celtic superstar looks. Well, they pay their hard-earned money. They come into this arena and they're allowed to chant whatever they want to. And Sheamus tossing Randy Orton with that scoop slam. God damn. Now Cody Rhodes, JBL battling it out here. Cody Rhodes sends JBL underneath the bottom rope. All four men now back into the ring. Orton now sending Sheamus over the top rope. Looks like Cody Rhodes and JBL are going to battle it out here. And a scoop slam from Cody Rhodes. Now with a hook of the leg. Sheamus just kicking the life out of Orton. Cody Rhodes getting a near fall 2 count on JBL. Maybe Sheamus and JBL's match may have had longer lasting effects than we expected on JBL, because he is not looking too well here in this match. That DDT is not going to help anything. Orton now grabbing those steel steps as he waits for Sheamus to get up, and Sheamus catches the steel steps. Orton now in serious trouble. Orton catches the steel steps now. These two are battling back and forth over these steel steps. Sheamus blocking it and now blasts Orton into the temple. And Cody Rhodes looking to end this match real quick here. Very impressive from Cody Rhodes. The match lasting just minutes here. I'll tell you what, Dusty Rhodes has got to be looking down on Cody Rhodes. Very proud here tonight. Not only getting a victory over Sheamus and Randy Orton and JBL, but doing it in a very impressive amount of time. And if you ask me, I think JBL may need to go to the medical facility, get himself checked out. I think his match with Sheamus did leave some long-lasting side effects. All I know is that is not the JBL we are used to seeing. That is not the tactics of the longest reigning, one of the longest reigning SmackDown World Champions in the history of the iWWE. Up next, we've got our World Champion in action against former Intercontinental Champion, member of the Authority, Ryback. And after last week with Triple H getting involved in their matchup, making sure the big guy was protected, you've got to wonder how Ryback is feeling in his confidence with momentum building here. You've got to wonder how Big Show's confidence has been shattered here. Of course, it's no stranger. We know how much the McMahons, the Helmsleys, love superstars who are built like Ryback to represent their company. A big built guy. The Hogans, the Savages, not the Bret Harts, not the Shawn Michaels of the 90s. This is what the iWWE was built on. This is how the McMahons and how the Helmsleys want the iWWE to continue. And I think that's why this revolution has started, because it's almost the 2020s. It's the late 2010s. The wrestling industry has changed as a whole. And if this man being iWWE champion doesn't signify that for you, then you are living in a different era. But we know at SummerSlam, Triple H will get his rematch for the iWWE Championship against the Big Show. There's one question on everyone's mind. Can the Big Show do what he really hasn't been able to do in his long, illustrious career? Can he top Triple H when it matters most, with the title on the line, the main event of SummerSlam? Can the Big Show get the job done? Tonight is going to be a test of that. If Big Show can knock off Ryback, he will be one step closer to being ready to facing Triple H. And what a pendulum backbreaker there. Again, this is no disqualifications, but Triple H has been banned from ringside. That's right. If you didn't think that the COO, that a member of the McMahons, the Authority, could be banned from ringside, you've been sadly mistaken. It's largely due to the part of Ryback personally requesting it. Ryback here, gotta remember, also feels like he has something to prove. At Backlash, he lost the Intercontinental Championship to Curtis Axel, former tag team partner. Ryback would love a shot at the iWWE Championship, a title that Ryback has never claimed, a title he's been close to overcoming and achieving and winning over the likes of superstars of CM Punk, John Cena, but he's never got it done. Big Show looking to end. Big guy here early, but only a 1 count is going to suffice. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seeing the iWWE Champion in action, but I promise you this is not the main event. Still to come tonight, we've got Adrian Alexander, we've got Aaron Snow headlining Thursday Night SmackDown with a steel cage holstered around the center of the ring. And oh my goodness, look at the strength of the Big Show as he tosses the big guy all the way across the ring. And the big guy fighting back with a forearm. Snapmare to the Big Show and wraps that giant arm around the neck. Headlock. Locked in pretty tight here. As Ryback cranks away. Cranks away again. Big Show needs to fight out of this. Just letting Ryback. Oh no, here we go. Big Show to his feet. That huge athlete weighing 450 pounds. Look at that right hook that staggers. Oh my goodness. Spear was counted into a DDT. And the iWWE champion's not looking good right now. Russian leg sweep from the big guy. And look at that clubbing blow to the body and a gut buster. Big Show again looking for a quick pin here. 1, 2, and a kick out from the big guy. Keeping the match alive again here. Now Ryback. Nice jawbreaker. Sending the Big Show down to his back. Oh, listen to the fans here. They want to feed the big guy, a 450-pound giant. Sidewalk slam puts a silence to those chants. And the iWWE champion is going to town here. Look at that giant right hook. And stomping, taking a massive step over the ribs, the chest cavity of the big guy. A giant shoulder tackle and a kick. If you didn't think the Big Show had lethal combinations, the reason why he's iWWE champion, take a look right now inside this ring. This is why the Big Show is world champion right now. After his tenure in this industry, let alone the iWWE alone, the Big Show may questionably have earned this world title run. Oh no, look at this. Huge choke slam to the big guy. And that may be enough. 1, 2, and a kick out. The big guy again. Not letting the Big Show keep him down. Another right hook. But the big guy, look at the strength. Back body drop. Oh no, there we go. Meat hook, clothesline. The big guy may have it here. No disqualifications. There's no rope breaks and a 2 count. iWWE World Heavyweight Champion kicks out of that cover. Able to get back, catches the big guy. Look at the strength of the Big Show and leaves him for yesterday's garbage. That may be it, especially after that giant choke slam too. Kick out just before a 3 count now. And the torque on that neck. My God. Big Show catching his breath. Lets the big guy back up and makes you question whether he should have done that. And a reversal. Look at the big guy. The big guy's in trouble. iWWE World Heavyweight Champion. The comeback. Wait a second. Reverse, but a snapmare brings the big guy down, and now a chin lock. I'll tell you one thing. I don't care how strong you are. If you go against a 7-foot, 450-pound giant, you're, oh my goodness, sit-out jawbreaker. That may have got Big Show in a lot of trouble here. He's reeled up against the ropes. And now look at Ryback pounding away, and a knee sends Big Show over the top rope. I don't think I've ever seen Big Show go over the top rope as easily as he just did against the big guy. And this fight spills over until the Big Show tosses the big guy in the ring. And look at the strength of the iWWE champion. And the showstopper, the final cut, whichever you prefer. Big Show may be victorious after that. That will crush you too. And a kick out just before the 3 count. Former Intercontinental Champion Ryback is not crushed. He is still alive here in this matchup. Jawbreaker again, sending Big Show to the ground. Oh, here we go. And now Ryback. Meat hook, clothesline. As he stumbles to a knee, this may be it. 1, 2, kick out by the Big Show just before the 3 count. I don't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. This match is continuing here. And Big Show tossing Ryback. Oh no. That right hook of the iWWE World Heavyweight Champion strikes Ryback. No rope breaks here. 1, 2, kick out. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryback is just kicked out of the KO punch. I think Ryback, judging on this performance based alone, Ryback may be our next iWWE World Champion. If it was based on this in a big boot, plants the Big Show down. And now look at Ryback as he waits for the Big Show to get up. The only question is, can Ryback lift up the Big Show for the Shell Shocked? And oh my goodness, an Oklahoma Slam. Oh, here we go again. You may have kicked out at 2, but you're not going to kick out of 2 KO punches. And that second one, that right hook, busted Ryback open. And what's Big Show doing? He's not covering Ryback. I think he's going to injure Ryback. I don't think Big Show cares about the win here this week, guys. I think he's looking to make sure that Ryback is no longer a thorn in the Big Show's side. What's this? Oh my God, a super sidewalk slam. May have just flattened former Intercontinental Champion, and now working a pressure point in the collarbone. And now Big Show going for a cover after all that too. And a kick out just before the 3 again. I think if Big Show would have covered right after that second KO punch, I think this would have been his. Ryback now to a vertical base. Just takes one shot to the ribs and a huge jawbreaker. Oh my goodness. Ryback, top rope. Nice frog splash. I don't think we've ever seen Ryback do that before. Now hook of the leg. 1, 2, bringing all that weight down in a 2 count. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe what I'm seeing. The Big Show, Ryback. What is it going to take for one of these guys to budge here? Oh, Ryback looking to bring the first weapons out of this. No disqualification match. Kendo stick to the temple of the world champion, and now working the legs of Big Show. After all that, Big Show seemingly unamused from those kendo stick shots. But Ryback, oh my goodness, a face buster. And now look at the Big Show's busted open. Now look at these two. They are bloodied. This match is physical. And now Ryback may be coming back in this matchup. Back body drop. And listen to these Bam! Spine buster. I think they are just as heartbroken about this match as we are. And Ryback, meat hook, clothesline has got to be it. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, just because Ryback won here tonight, if the Big Show would have covered after that second KO punch, this would have been the Big Show's match. But the fact that Big Show was going for injuries here, was going for the longer lasting effects on the former Intercontinental Champion, turned Authority member, Ryback. I think that made all the difference in this match. And if it weren't for that, the Big Show would have won here tonight. Well, now that's 2 weeks in a row. Ryback has just proved that he doesn't need Triple H in his corner to beat the iWWE World Heavyweight Champion. Ryback has proved that he is a vicious, mean son of a bitch on his own. And if you couldn't tell from his nickname, if you couldn't tell from his physique or that meat hook clothesline, no shell shock needed. Whether Ryback could or couldn't lift Big Show up, it didn't matter here tonight. And look as the blood pours down Ryback's face. And look at Ryback get the fans started. Feed me more. That is exactly what Triple H did tonight. The Authority just picked up a victory over iWWE World Champion. Can the Celtic Dynasty continue the Authority's momentum as Aaron Snow, one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, takes on Adrian Alexander, one half of Y2K, the Challengers, part of the Revolution, looking to take a stand against the Authority. Last week, Chris Alexander ended the undefeated streak of Alex Snow, the Celtic Dynasty, defeating him in a no disqualifications match. Tonight, Adrian Alexander has a chance to end Aaron Snow's undefeated streak in a steel cage match. Of course, this is singles competition. The Celtic Dynasty is still undefeated in tag team contests. And that's going to make all the difference at SummerSlam. Of course, we know that the bad blood between Y2K and the Celtic Dynasty, between Chris Alexander and Alex Snow, between Adrian Alexander and Aaron Snow, is so thick. Adrian Alexander just being a few months removed from his injury that plagued him, kept keeping him out of action for multiple months. And of course, with the Celtic Dynasty debuting just right around the corner from that. Celtic Dynasty have defeated the likes of the Dudley Boys, the legendary, perhaps most decorated tag team in all of wrestling history, going to ECW, to that other company down the road, to the iWWE, where they've won multiple titles of their own multiple years ago. They've also proven to defeat primetime players, the best of the best in the modern era, but they have yet to face Y2K. At SummerSlam, we are going to answer the question, who is the greatest tag team on the SmackDown brand? Who's the greatest tag team of the modern wrestling era? Is it the Celtic Dynasty or Y2K? And we're going to get a special preview of that tonight in a steel cage match. And here comes Aaron Snow. I've never seen such an impressive winning streak, such an impressive dominance here in the iWWE that I've seen from the Celtic Dynasty. From the first days in to these doors, even up to last week, even when Alex Snow lost, these two tag teams are perhaps the most entertaining, the most greatest thing here on the SmackDown brand. And if that doesn't open your eyes to great wrestling, then I don't know what's going to. And here we go as we get underway with this match. And Adrian Alexander with the go behind, starting things off, slamming Aaron Snow down. Look at this phenomenal wrestling. Snow back to a vertical base and the go behind. And now Aaron Snow with a slam of his own, locking that headlock in, and a right hand. Both men get back to a vertical base. We've got a lockup now. Headlock. Oh, and off the ropes, Aaron Snow sends Adrian. Wait a second. Look at that counter. Arm drag. Adrian looking to get out of here early. And Aaron Snow not going to let that happen. Going for a pinfall, looking to end this early. Only a kick out at one. Just a one count here. And a drop kick. Nice judo toss. Judo hip toss, I believe that's what it was. Aaron Snow now looks to end this match early. Trying to climb out of the cage. But Adrian right behind him. German suplex. Both men taking the brunt of that. But it's Adrian Alexander up first. And now look at this. Standing moonsault. Nicely done by the technically gifted. High flying. Oh no, look at the backbreaker. And Aaron Snow taking the legs right out from underneath Adrian Alexander in this matchup. And Adrian taking the legs out from underneath Aaron in this matchup. And a shooting star press, standing shooting star. And going for, no, reverse DDT, I believe. Countered into a suplex from Aaron Snow. And look at the arm. It's got it. No, wait, Adrian. Elbow. Countering, fighting out of this. Looking for a scoop slam, but it's Aaron Snow. Back suplex. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event of the evening. The knee into the groin of Adrian. And oh my God, Aaron Snow's got Adrian. Look at the strength, and drops him. Military press. And look at the counter, that leg sweep. He gets a clubbing blow onto the back, and oh, a boot to Adrian. It's going to get Aaron back into this match, hopefully. No, it's not, as Adrian drags Aaron across the ropes. Off the ropes now, and Aaron hangs on, able to use the ropes as his leverage. Oh my goodness, hangman neckbreaker. Tell you what, Adrian Alexander is so technically gifted. The experience that he brings, the talent that he brings into this. Wait a second. Adrian Alexander is up on top, hopping over, and just as quickly as that, Adrian Alexander taking down Aaron Snow, getting his feet to the floor and getting the victory. Not wasting any time. Adrian Alexander saw an opening, and the quickness, the agility that Adrian Alexander has. And look at this counter of an arm drag there. Look at this. Adrian Alexander was looking to escape here, but Aaron was not going to let that happen. Takes his leg out from underneath him. Looking for a quick cover to end this early himself. Both competitors having two different ideas. It's a good thing Adrian didn't leap off. May have counted to his doom, but instead, look at that face-to-face. As Adrian Alexander leaps down, getting the victory, making a statement to the Celtic Dynasty. Congratulations, Adrian Alexander. Huge victory, and the Celtic Dynasty's undefeated streak has ended. However, they are still undefeated in tag team bouts and tag team contests. And that, as I said earlier, is going to make all the difference at SummerSlam, where the title's on the line and both men of both teams inside that ring. Tonight may have been Y2K's night, but it may be a different story at SummerSlam. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out to the show. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And as always, I will catch you guys next time. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you.